Welcome back everyone. So in today's video I will be showing you how to integrate Databricks environment with Bitbucket Cloud, and this is so that you can version control your pipelines, your codes, your notebooks and all of that. Okay, so Bitbucket again is a Git provider, and you can use it to store your code, basically anything that you can use to version control and store your code. Okay, so again we will be using Bitbucket Cloud for this, and I will show you how to integrate this with Databricks. In case you are using Bitbucket as your version control environment, and you have Databricks environment as well, where you have your data ingestion, building your pipelines and all of that, and you want to store that in Bitbucket, how do you integrate these two? Okay, so I will be going through the entire process on how to set this one up. All right, so let's jump to it. Okay, so I do have my Databricks environment here. I'm using the Databricks free edition, and if you are new to this series, I previously made a video on how to sign up for Databricks free edition, and also I have gone through a few other kind of similar setups on how to integrate Databricks with GitHub. I also did another one for GitLab as well, and in today's video I will be showing you how to do one for Bitbucket. All right. Okay, so how do we integrate these two? There are a few steps that you need to follow in order to integrate your Databricks or to connect your Databricks to Bitbucket, and I will be showing you that. So the first thing that we will want to do is to make sure that we have our Bitbucket project created. So you can basically log in using your email to Bitbucket or Atlassian account. I think Bitbucket is part of Atlassian. So once you go in there, you want to search for Bitbucket, and then you go ahead and try it. Now, another additional thing that I need to mention here is Bitbucket does come with a few plans. There is a free tier, standard tier, and some other high-level tiers. The free tier, if you're using, will not work very well with Databricks. I did try the free tier, and I was able to clone the repo to Databricks, but once I started pushing or trying to push into Bitbucket using the free Bitbucket tier, I was running into issues. So there are quite a bit of limitations if you have the free tier version of Bitbucket. So I did upgrade to the standard tier, and you know, this is kind of different if you're using GitHub or a GitLab. Bitbucket is a bit restricted. It seems to come with some sort of payment plans involved. But in any event, if your company is using it, you know, I'll just walk you through how you can set up your integration. Okay, so I do not have a repo here. And what I want to do is, within my project, I created this project here, and you can see your projects here. Actually, yeah, I do have a few projects. I think this is my account here. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is my account, and within that you can create a repo, right? So I'm going to create a new repo. I'm going to go here to repos, and we will go ahead and create a new repo here. And you can select a project. I have a project here called Databricks. I'm going to create another one here. Maybe let's call this one DBX demo. Okay, that project, and then we create a repo as well. So for this one, I'm going to call this repo Bitbucket DBX repo, like so. You can name it whichever way you like. If you have a particular name, you can do that. And then I will leave this one as private repository, but if you want it to be publicly accessible, you can remove this checkmark right here. Okay, and then when you go down here, I will include README for this one, and some tutorials for beginners as well, and the main branch, the default branch, I'll leave this one as main. Okay, and then I will also include the git ignore. You can go to advanced. There's some other additional options here, like what language will you be using mostly. So I'm not going to include that, but you can select the language in case you have a particular one, right? All right, so and then I think that's pretty much it. I'm just going to go ahead then and create this repo. Okay, so this might take you know, a minute or two to create it, or as quick as it just happened right now. So now we have our repo, and this is basically what we want to clone over to Databricks, so that when we create our notebooks, our files, and we want to store those within Bitbucket, then we can push them over to this repo. Okay, so we have our repo created now, and the next thing that we need to do is to create a token. Okay, and before we do that, I'll just show you why you need that. So in order to connect Bitbucket to Databricks, you do need to create a credential, a Git credential. And for you to do that, what you want to do is you want to go to your user section here in Databricks, and then go to settings. And if you want to link Bitbucket to Databricks, what you want to do is go over here where it says linked accounts, and we want to add a Git credential here. So this is what I was testing with earlier, and I'm going to remove this. So I'm going to delete this. And so you can see I have one for GitHub. Now, so if you want to create for like a GitLab as well, I had another one also for GitLab here. I did remove it, but yeah, you do need that Git credential so that you can use it when you are cloning your repo, right? So let's go ahead and do this. So we will go ahead and add Git credential here. The provider here will be Bitbucket Cloud, but you can also use Bitbucket Server. We are using Bitbucket Cloud here, and then you can use any nickname here. So for this one, let me just say Bitbucket Grad, right? You can name it anything, and then you do need to put your email here. So my email will be this one here for Bitbucket, and then we'll come back to this. So we do need the Git provider username as well as the API token. So let's go over to Bitbucket and get this information, right? So what you want to do is in order to get your token and username, maybe let's grab the username first, but it is optional. But what you want to do is you can go over here to personal Bitbucket settings. Okay, so go to settings here, personal Bitbucket settings. If you click that, it will bring you to this section here. So under account settings, you can see your username. So that will be this one here for me, and I will copy that and just put it here for now, right, like that. And now the next thing that we want to do is, while on this section, right, you want to navigate over to app passwords. And if you go here, if you have worked on this previously, we used to use app passwords in order to get some kind of a token. Bitbucket or Atlassian has generally navigated away from that, so they no longer allow you to use app passwords, but this has been replaced with API tokens. So what you can do here is you can generate a new token with scopes, right? So to do that, let's just go over here to API tokens. Go to API tokens, we just click that, and that brings you to this section here of API tokens. And what we want to do is create API token with scopes, right? So I'm going to click this, and now we can put the name for the token. So I'm going to call this one DBX token for Databricks token, and you can set the expiry date for this. So I'll just leave this one as November 6th, so that this is kind of like 1 week away. And we'll click next, and we'll go to Bitbucket. We'll select Bitbucket for this API token app, and then we'll click next. And now this section is very important for you to be able to use this token in Databricks. So we need read and write permissions for this token. So you can select everything if you need, but for me, I'll just select a few of them. So I will go to scope actions here, and I will start first with read. And for this, I will mostly select anything Bitbucket related. So I will do maybe this one for read package, permission, I will do pipeline, I will do project, and then pull request, and then repository. And also on this section here, I will do this one runner, maybe read user, and probably this wiki one here. So you might not need all of this. I'm just going to go with this one for now, because you know, if you want to update it, it's very hard to update the token. You'll have to delete it and come back and recreate it to give the proper permissions. Okay, so that's for read, and then I will unselect it. And then for write, I will give almost similar write permission. So I will do write package, permission, write pipeline, pull request, repo, this one for runner, snippets, SSH, although we might not need it. And then I will probably put this one for user. Let's just do this 3, right? Okay. And then we click next here. So you can see now here, these are the scopes that this token has permissions to use, right? Okay, so these are the ones. There might be some here that may not be necessary, so I'll just leave them as they are. Then let's go ahead and create this token, right? So once you create that token, what you want to do is copy and save this token somewhere, because once you close this site, you won't be able to access it again. So I'm just going to copy that, and I will put it in this notepad location here. And then we'll just go ahead and close this, right? And now the next thing that we can do is, if we go back to our repo now, all we want to do now is to go ahead and grab the link for our repo, right? So this is our repo here, and you can copy this URL here, but I want to copy the actual repo so that my repo in Databricks will match what we have here. So for that, I'm just going to clone this, click clone here, and copy this URL, and I will put it right here like so. And I'm just going to copy this section of the URL from HTTPS. I will leave this clone side of it. And what I will do then is I will go over to Databricks right here. And then actually, before we do that, because we didn't finish creating our credential, let's go ahead and copy this token here, and we'll put it here, and then we'll go ahead and save this, right? Okay, so our credential now has been created, and there's no way of testing this. You will only test it when you clone your repo, and if it's good, then it's going to work properly. So hopefully this is going to work well. All right, so we have created our token. Now let's go ahead and clone the repo. So I'm going to just copy this URL for now, which is the repo URL from Bitbucket, and I will come back to workspace. So in order to create a repo, you want to come here to the home section here. And previously under workspaces, we used to have repos, but Databricks has moved this one now, so you can do it within your home folder here, right? But it also tells you here, like you can click here and it will bring you back here. You can click here, and it will take you to the folder as well. But I'll just go to home here. We'll go to the right corner here, and you'll see a folder here, so it's which says Git folder. So I'm going to click that. Just keep in mind, I think Databricks keeps updating this, so maybe by the time you watch this video, this will have changed, but I think the steps will be pretty similar in terms of grabbing your credentials from Bitbucket and creating your cloning it to Databricks. Okay, so you hit create Git folder, and you'll see here now it's asking you to put the URL for the repo, and that's basically what we have here, right? Okay, so just copy that here, and we'll put it right here. And you can see the reason I did that now is you can see now our Git folder is getting populated with the repo name, which matches what we have in Bitbucket. So I like doing that. You'll see some other people just copying directly from here, and then they will go ahead and put a different name in the repo here. So it doesn't matter whichever one you like. So I do like this one, where the repo or the folder that we create here will match our repo in the Git provider location, right? Okay, so we have this, and the next thing we do is just go ahead and hit create Git folder for this. Okay, so if there is no problem, we will be able to create it. So this one has successfully created. So if you have any issues with the scopes that you gave to your token, then it's you might run into any issues, and this one is using by default the credential that we created, the Bitbucket credential. That's why it successfully ran. Okay, all right, so we have successfully now cloned our repo to Databricks, right? So from here now you can start doing your development, writing your notebooks, and doing much more, and when you're ready you can push it over, right? So let's go through a simple step like that. So within our repo, this is our repo here. What we want to do is we want to create a feature branch, right? So I'm just going to go here and click that, And this brings us here where we can now, this canvas here, where we can start creating things, right? So if if this is the first time that you're cloning this repo, you most likely want to pull, you may want to pull any changes that are already there, just to make sure that you have the latest changes in your repo. And then once you do that, then you can go ahead and create your feature branch. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to go here to create branch, and this is going to create a branch or a branch away from main. So I will name this one feature and maybe test, right? Okay, and then we'll go ahead and create this branch. All right, so this is going to work because I'm using the standard version of Bitbucket, but if you are using the free tier, then most likely you will hit into some errors saying things like you have hit the quota, or your free limit has been exceeded. So if you see those errors, that basically means that you do need to upgrade your Bitbucket account. In any event, mine is upgraded to standard, so I don't see that error. And now I am checked into the feature branch, and we'll just close here. And if you go now back to this section here, you can see that we are inside feature branch now. So what we want to do from here now is Databricks actually provides you with this editor here, and you can start doing your development within this editor. So let's go ahead and open this editor, and let's see how we can use it. Okay, so this one is the readme. We can ignore that. So what we can do is within our Bitbucket repo here, if you go to this section here, you can actually go ahead and create a notebook directly from here, or you can create anything else. You can create a query, dashboard, ETL pipeline, all of these things you can do. Let's go ahead and create a basic notebook for this. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll just close the rest of these other guys here. Okay, and you can name this notebook, or you can leave it as it is. Let's just do the basic one I've been doing with the other setup. So let's do a hello world for this, right? So we'll do hello world, and you can start writing your notebook. So you can write a basic Python notebook here. Let's say maybe hello world, right? And we print the hello world, and immediately see if we can call this just a basic Python function here, right? Hello world, like so. And if we run this, you can see if we run this, it's going to start your serverless cluster, and it's going to execute and run this code here, right? So you can see this is successfully running now, and you can just keep going like this, right? You can do more things, and maybe let's do another basic calculator here. So define add numbers, and let's do maybe a p, like so, and then it's going to do like this, yeah, right? And right here now we do add numbers 1 and 2, and this is going to give us 3. So we might want to print this in console to print this out, right? Okay, I think that's good enough. No, we don't need this here, and we need this one right here. Okay, and so let's run this over here, and it will give us 3. Okay, so you can keep doing this. So imagine you have data that you're manipulating, and you are doing quite a bit of PySpark transformations. So you can do it within this notebook here, and when you're ready, then you can go ahead and push this into your repo, so that it can be stored. And if somebody comes to your environment and tries to delete it, at least you have them stored somewhere else, right? So yeah, so this one is working now. Let's assume our notebook is all good to go, and we want to push this to our main branch now. How do we do that? So to do that, all you want to do is just go back here again, just click this, and this brings you to this location, and you can see here, you will see now the changes that you've made, right? So you'll see these are the block of codes that we added, and now in order to push this, all you have to do is just go ahead and add a message here. So maybe let's say add hello world, right? And then you can put further description, and let's go ahead and push this. So this is going to push this code now into our repo in Bitbucket, right? and you can see this one has successfully pushed. So let's go back now to our Bitbucket section here, and if you refresh this repo, I don't know if it's going to show up here immediately. It won't, but you can see under commits, you will see that we have now under commits, you can actually see if you go to branches here, you will see the branch that we just pushed, which is test here, and within there you will see the commits, right? So you'll see that we have this commit that we just added because it's IPython notebook, you know, this it's going to write this in terms of cells. But now let's go ahead and create a pull request and merge this feature branch to main. So to do that, let's go back to pull requests here, and what we want to do is we want to create a pull request, right? And yeah, we are going to the source will be our feature branch and the destination is the main branch. And you can put the title here for the message, you can describe, you can add reviewers here if you have a team or somebody in your team that can review it, and you can decide if you want to delete the feature branch or not. So let's probably do that. Sometimes you might want to do this so that you can clean up and make sure that you don't clutter or over clutter the branches within your repo, right? So you go down here, you will see we have the cell here. It's showing us it's not giving us the actual code because again this is IPython, but if you had a Python notebook like with .py, you will see the actual code. This is just how Bitbucket interprets these IPython cells. Okay, so this is good. Let's go ahead and create this pull request, and you can see this is a file that changed. We have one commit, and now this is good. If you have CI/CD, it's going to run, and once all is good or somebody else reviews it and they have approved it, you will then see a match button here, and this is what you see. So go ahead and match this and close source branch. Okay, so that's good with me. We'll go ahead and do that, and the match is going to run, and it has completed matching now. So we have this pushed and matched to the main branch now. And if we go to the main branch now, right, so if we go back to our repo and we are inside our main branch, you will see that we do now have that file written here, right? So again, this is going to be it's going to show us cells here, but if you want to maybe open row, yeah, it's still going to show as I don't know if you can download this. Maybe you can download this or just yeah, I think for you to actually view the actual code, you will have to download this somewhere as a notebook and then load it into your notebook, similar kind of style, right? But in any event, yeah, this one is ready here now, and you have pushed it, and other teams now can come back and pick it up from here. Or if you are just storing this for future use, you can come back later and bring this or pull these records and clone this repo and pick up from where you last left. Right, so that is pretty much it. And if you come back to Databricks now, this is if you switch over to the main branch right here, we should now have that file within the main branch because it wasn't there before, but we should have it now. So if we just refresh this after switching, you can see now that we have that folder here, and if you open it, you will see the actual code, right? So this is what we just ran on our feature branch. We matched it, and it's available for us now within the main branch here in our repo, right? Very nice. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it. That's how you do it now. That's how you integrate Databricks with Bitbucket, and we went through the steps on how to do that, and we can see that we were able to successfully clone the repo, make changes, push into the repo, match it, and we can come back here and see those changes within the main branch as well. So this is basically now how the entire process works. So if you want to keep doing this, then you can proceed and just from here moving forward, you can continue now doing that. All right, so I think that's it for this video. Maybe in the next video we can do something more fancy, like ingesting data from various sources and going through some kind of end-to-end transformation, and see how it works when we have the final product and we push it over to the repo, right? Or something else, similar to that point. But in any event, yeah, if you have any question, or you want me to do any particular project on Databricks, do let me know in the comment section, and I will go ahead and try to do that video for you. Alright guys, that's all I had for you in this video. I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please give it thumbs up, and also do share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to so that you can stay updated next time I make a similar video. Alright guys, I will see you then in the next video. Bye bye.